So, everybody else has one of these, and I figured it was about time we made one since this channel was supposed to originally be all about Minecraft. So, yeah. 1.4.2 came out today, and we are going to be exploring that as well as everything Minecraft. You know, recently, you know how I own a server, HeroCraft. I've lost connection with what originally brought me into this game, which is the game itself. It seems like that once I started running the server, I lost, like, I didn't play anymore. I just, like, managed. And managing isn't fun. Managing's never fun. So, we're going to be doing this. We're going to be making a series, just like everybody else, of us just playing. And I don't know how long it'll last. It'll last however long I want to record it. Because, I mean, you gotta get bored of everything sometime, right? So, our world is gonna be called Porplandia. If you've watched my Planets Under Attack playthrough, you know why. If you haven't watched my Planets Under Attack playthrough, I recommend you go watching that, because it's pretty good, I think. And we're gonna get started now. Yeah. Porpoise is cool and stuff, lol. That'll be our world generator seed. We don't want cheats, because we ain't even cheetahs. Cheetahs are fast mammals, and we are not fast mammals. Well, but you might be a fast mammal, but not as fast as a cheetah, not by any means. I'm gonna stop rambling now, and we're gonna go. Right, so survival. Creation of the world begins right now. Frame rate drops like a mofo, and here we are. Oh great, snow. So while I cut wood, I want to talk about a few things. First thing is, I'm sorry for not uploading the other day. It's a long story, but ultimately I kind of fell into this state of depression for a couple days, because what I realized is that over the past maybe a year or so, I've forgotten to participate in reality, and it kind of all came like crashing down on me, like Felix from Red Bull, I forget his last name, crashing down on the earth last weekends ago. You know, I had a really good metaphor plan with that, and I just lost it, so I'm sorry. That was really stupid. It came crashing down on me, and I just fell into this state of depression, and so I've started making changes in my life. So if you see a slowing down of my uploads, that's why. I've started. Who the hell do you think you are, cow? Die, you son of a bitch. Die. Sorry, that was pretty dark. I meant for that to be funny, but it actually turned out to be pretty dark. So sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, I fell into the state of depression, and I'm making changes in my life. So again, if you see a slowdown of uploads, that's why. It's because I'm out there doing things, stuffing things. Second thing I want to talk about is, on these episodes, I'm going to do my best to entertain you guys a little bit better. So, every episode, if not, no, every other episode, if not every episode, I'm going to be telling you guys a story. Just a story that's happened in my life. And you guys, down in the comments, this is all based off of a Call of Duty commentators series called Storytime. His name is Mess Yourself. I'll have his link to his channel down in the description. He's a great commentator. I don't really like watching COD commentators, but I like watching him because he has really, really interesting stories and really hilarious stories and sometimes really awkward stories. And I don't know, I find that kind of stuff interesting. I don't know about you guys, but I'll have his link in the description so you can check him out if you like. He's pretty underrated for the stuff he does. So you should check him out. You should subscribe if you like him. Anyway, I'll be telling a story from my life that may be true or may be false, and you down in the comments are going to tell me if it's true or false, and I am going to take those comments and I'm going to decide from the majority. I'm going to decide if you guys thought it was true or if it was false, and I'm gonna keep a score, just like Mess Yourself does. Because I really like that. I like the whole idea of that. It's pretty cool. So today's story is a little bit embarrassing on my part, just because I was really stupid. But we're gonna talk about it anyway. So, 13 years old. I was still in Tennessee. I moved out to California like that summer. So it was like right before I moved out to California. My friend Tim, which I'm sure you all know, was having his birthday party. He was turning 13, I think. And his dad is the coach of a varsity soccer team at this really, really cool high school. And it's a private school, so it's super nice. And they have this massive gym with 2 basketball courts, and it's all indoor. So what we do for his birthday every year is we would get together, and we would have a lock-in, okay, where we all spent the night inside of the gym, and we'd do games and stuff, and it was pretty fun. It was always pretty fun. I think he still does it. I'm not sure if he does or not, but if he does, maybe next time when I'm out there in Tennessee and he has his birthday, I'll do a vlog of it, because it was pretty funny. It was fun. Anyway. One of the biggest games, and probably the high point of, we need to find a place to build a house, probably the high point in my opinion, and probably most people's opinion, of the yearly Tim's lock-in, was hide and go seek. We play hide and go seek in the giant gym. Is that a giant world hole? Yeah. We play hide and go seek in the giant gym, and all the lights were off, and it was crazy, and it was awesome, and so intense and scary, and it was just perfect. So I'd been to it, I think, once or twice before that year, and nothing bad ever happened, okay? Now, this year, it was different, okay? I'm trying not to ruin the story. I'm trying to think of the best way to tell this, because it really is just a stupid thing for me to do. Like, there isn't a good way to tell this at all. It was just me being stupid. There's not much. Anyway, we're playing hide and seek, okay? Everything's dark. I was with a group of friends, just like everybody. Everybody got in, like, there was a bunch of people there, okay? It wasn't really small. Well, I say a bunch, like, I don't know. Like 30, maybe 40? I don't really know, actually. That's just like a really, really loose guesstimate. I have absolutely no idea. But, there were, like, I mean, it wasn't like a little gathering. It was quite a few people. So, everybody would get their little group when they went and hid. There would be 2 people that would count in like this middle bit where their logo was on the ground, so they'd like stand in the middle of it and count, and everybody would go hide. Now, people usually went into one of the basketball court gyms and they hid like in the folded up bleachers. You could like lay down in the bleachers, and it was super dark in there, and there was one light that was red, so it was like super ominous as well. And everybody would go in there and they would hide in those bleachers. Ow, ow! I hate the new sound of falling in 1.4.2. By the way, quick side note, I have never played 1.4.2 before this right now, because it came out like today, so I'm not going to know anything about the updated stuff. You can tell me, you can yell at me down in the comments if I do something wrong, or I should have done something, or I did this or that, so that's a thing. Anyway, moving on. Back to the story. So, that's where we were, I think. Yeah. We were in there, super scary and dark and ominous. We got found, ultimately, and we got chased, obviously. we heard him coming, so we got up and we started running. We went into the other gym, we ran into the other gym, and basically how the gym was, this is where we're going to build our house, I like this. The other gym was pretty dark, because like I told you, there were 2 gyms. The second gym had the bleachers out, like they weren't folded. So we like ran through that gym, and we ran to the other side. We busted through the door, so we were back at where they started counting. And there were, like I said, there were 2 people that were it. Okay, so as soon as we busted through that door, note that this room is not very big. It's pretty big, but it's not that big. So when we busted through that door, the other person that was it was also chasing a group of people, and he busted through that door at the exact same time. Now, this is already a recipe for disaster. There's 2 groups of kids coming in at this kind of angle, sprinting, full speed. We just busted out of a door right here. Boom. Don't even know what's going on, because we just busted out of this door. Guys coming in from the hallway down this way, so we busted out of the door coming down this way. We were running to the other gym, which was a door across the way. We were running that way. The guys hit us. everybody tripped out, okay? But first of all, disclaimer, it was dark, okay? Hard to see. Not my fault, but there's a guy on our team named William, and William was kind of a tank, okay? This guy was pretty built. And I ran into William, and William's not one to fall down. He's not really one known for, like, falling, ever. So it was kind of like running into a brick wall for me. So I hit William, fell to the ground. Now, the ground in that room is tile, okay? So I fell onto the tile floor. The tile itself is sharp tile. It's not, like, smooth, rounded on the edges. It's sharp tile. So I fell on the floor. It was late. Like, I'm talking, like, 1 a.m., probably, like, midnight, actually. But pretty late. And, fell on the floor, and I hit my head. Now, I hit my head and I didn't feel anything, okay? You think that when you hit your head, that's what was scaring me first off. First thing that scared me was that I didn't feel anything. You think that when you hit your head, you, like, you know, you start cursing, you, like, holding your head, you're, like, jumping around, you know, whatever. I didn't feel anything. I felt absolutely nothing. There was no pain, no anything. I stood up. I was holding my head like this, because I don't know. I don't really know. Was I holding my head? I might have just stood up. I don't really know. But I stood up, looked around. My friend Leshin was, I got tagged, by the way, obviously. I just fallen on the ground. My friend Leshin, who is hilarious, and I think may have been in one of my videos at some point. I'm not sure. But he is hilarious, and if he hadn't been in one of my videos yet, he will be in the future. He was the one that, like, helped me up off the ground. He's like, oh, dude, you okay, you okay? As soon as I looked up at him to see who it was, like, I was still looking at the ground, like, confused as to what just happened. As soon as I looked up at him, he looks at me, he's like, oh! Like he was, like, shocked, okay? So I was like, what's the big deal? And then all of a sudden, everyone was looking at me, all, like, freaking out. And I was like, what's going on? And I was really confused. I didn't make any noise at all. And then Tim's mom runs over with a towel, grabs me, puts me down, right? And she's like, okay, we're gonna call your parents. You're gonna be fine. I was like, what? I'm fine. There's nothing wrong. What are you guys freaking out about? So, oh god. So his dad, Tim's dad. Oh god, it's almost nighttime. We're gonna freaking. Okay, this is not good. We have been talking too much. Tim's dad takes me into the bathroom, which is right off the side of the main room. And he's like, he wanted to, like, wash down the rag or something. Takes me in the bathroom. He takes off the rag. I look in the mirror. I have a gash in my head about this big. It was disgusting. It looks like a freaking molten crater in the top of my head. It wasn't bleeding. Like, it wasn't bleeding like that. It was just... it wasn't bleeding. That was the weirdest part, I think. It wasn't bleeding. I'm just going to keep repeating that over and over again for whatever reason. That kind of freaked me out, but, I mean, I felt nothing, which is kind of good, because I didn't, you know, nobody wants to feel pain, obviously. What was that? Am I just tripping? Okay. So, yeah, after I saw it, I was kind of freaking out. So I put the towel, like, before he even wet it, I grabbed the towel from it and put it back on my head, because I was now I was freaking out, now I was panicked. I don't even think people knew that I didn't know what was going on. But, took his towel, put it back on my head. Sat down outside of the bathroom on the wall, calling my parents. And, they weren't picking up, first thing, which was... I'm kind of throwing my parents under the bus here, but, they did not pick up when I had my head bleeding. So, thanks, guys. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Appreciate that. I'm totally joking. I know you guys were, like, asleep or something stupid and lame like that, but, I called them. My mom finally... Well, no, I think we called the house phone. Nobody picked up. I called my mom's cell phone. She finally picked up, and she came and got me at 1 in the morning, and we went to the emergency room. Now, funnier part was, that same night, there had been a giant wreck on one of the larger, like, highway places in my city, my town. So, we got to the ER with... First of all, I have a bloody white towel on my forehead, okay? So, it seems like I would get attention first. And that's what I was thinking. As we were in there, but then I saw people getting wheeled in on, I don't even know what those are called, the stretchers, and I found out that there had been a car wreck, and a lot of people got hurt, so we had to end up waiting in the waiting room for, oh god, like, I think like an hour and a half, so it was like 2:30 when I got into the waiting room, I mean, into the doctor's office, got 30, not 30, what am I talking about? Oh, God, the new sound of spiders is awful. Oh. Die. 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 I don't want to hear you. Die. 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 Please die. Please die. Please die. Please die. Please die. Ah, that's a disgusting noise. Ow. Oh, crap. I'm dying of hunger. So far, this playthrough is going horribly. Anyway, I'm just going to get in my house and kind of, like, take shelter whilst I tell you guys about this. I need some blocks, actually. Anyway, so, like an hour and a half later, we got into the doctor's office, and I had to get 13, I think maybe 13 or 16, I can't remember the number, in my forehead. I still have a scar there, but you guys won't be able to see it, I don't think. But yeah, we ended up getting home at like freaking 3 a.m. or something crazy like that, but good God, it was like one of the worst nights of my entire life. You can't die from hunger in normal, right? Right? Oh God, I hope not. Anyway. So we ended up getting home at like 4 in the morning. And still to this day, that was probably one of the craziest nights of my life. But yeah, you can go ahead and leave in the comments whether or not you think that was true. Whether or not you think that was valid, that story. I have a lot of stories. Some of them I already have that are made up and fake. Some of them I have that actually happened and they're just crazy. I have had some. You'll find that the majority of stories in this series are about me hurting myself or doing something stupid. But okay, is that? So zombies have armor now? Seems fair. Seems fair. Anyway, but yeah, go ahead and down in the comments tell me if you think that was true or false, or real or fake. Whatever you want to say, it pretty much means the same thing. Actually, no, let's establish something. Let's do it in Spanish. Write cierto, C-I-E-R-T-O, if you think it was true, and falso, F-A-L-S-O, if you think it was false. That way, spice some originality in there. Throw some originality. That way we know if somebody's already commented, they jumped the gun on the true-false, they would have written it in English. Tisk, freaking tisk. You haven't watched 18 minutes into the video. Okay, but that's my story for today, so I'm going to get back to Minecraft for the next, like, 6 minutes or so of this video that's left. So we made our house. It's night. We did an awful job of making our house. Oh, we have some wood. Nice. Because we did not plan for the fact that we would run out of wood. We can make a single door, but that's kind of a waste, so let's make us some sticks. And let's make a wooden pickaxe so we can get some stone. Because sticks and stones will break my bones. We also have beef, which I should have been eating. God freaking dang it. Why didn't you guys tell me about that? God. That's so funny. Another reason I wasn't making videos is because I've been playing Dishonored. I thought about making a playthrough, but that game's already been beat to hell on YouTube. It's not really much of a thing to do anymore. If you guys do want to see a playthrough, I'd be willing to do it. I would try, if you guys wanted, to do a playthrough with no killing. By that I mean a playthrough where like any enemy I have to put down, I'll use like sleep darts on or something, or I'll just like strangle them or whatever. Yeah, if you want to see that, you can tell me down in the comments. I have to run the game on pretty low graphics though to record. I did try, like I said, I tried recording. But I ultimately couldn't record in that high quality, and I wanted to enjoy the game. And you know how if you make YouTube videos, you know what I'm talking about when I say like when you make a series on YouTube of a video game where the viewers are keeping up with your progress in the campaign, it kind of gets annoying because you know that sometimes you want to play the game, but you know that you have to record. And for people that don't make videos, believe it or not, people that do make videos don't want to record all the time. They don't want to constantly have to talk to people like I'm doing right now. They just want to play. And that's why Minecraft is a cool game, because you can do that. Because I could just make like a different world, or I could, you know, go play multiplayer or anything. But games where it's like the campaign, you can't really do anything unless you can have multiple saves, and you can make like a separate save for yourself. But that'd be kind of crazy because you have to like catch up with yourself all the time. That'd be kind of weird. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about if you make videos. What should we do? I guess we can make a little mine. It's so dark. God, I should have got... This is an awful thing. This is awful. Now I'm very much wishing that we had prepared better. I'm like an overload of dopamine. Dan Bull. Oh god, I love Dan Bull. Dan Bull made the he made the epic Skyrim rap. That's what he's most known for. He just recently made a Dishonored epic rap, which was just as good. And I was surprised because he uploaded it 2 weeks ago and only has 500,000 views, and his Skyrim rap has like 9 million. And he also uploaded a video of him. He got a bunch of free stuff from Bethesda for all the cool stuff he does, which is he totally deserved. Because he makes. This is probably a touchy subject, but like, you know that how sometimes when you watch parodies of stuff or like made up songs about video games and stuff on the internet, they're kind of weird and they make you feel really awkward. That's not how it is with Dan Bull. Dan Bull is really like a really actually very talented rapper. Like, he's not somebody that just like has a big following on YouTube so he decided to make a song. He's actually very talented at rapping. So it's good to listen to. So it's a good song, but at the same time it talks about a video game, which is like the best combination ever, right? So you should go check that out. I'll try to link that in the description if I remember to do that. I should probably be writing these things down. Let's do that while we're waiting for the sun to come up. Like an overload of dopamine. Dun 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 dun. Raider Z Open Beta Play Today is one of the spam emails I have received today. Who is it from? Perfect World Entertainment. I don't know what that is. We will click away or touch away. It's weird to say. Did you guys see the unveiling of the new Apple stuff the other day? That was pretty cool. Just kidding. Seriously though, the only cool thing that they talked about was the new iMac with the Retina display. It has Retina display, right? Might have been the MacBook that only had Retina display, but I think the iMac did too. By all means, I'm not really a fan of Macs, but I would get a Mac if they could play half the games that PC can play, and if they weren't so freaking expensive. Okay, if those two things came together, I would get one because they're so cool and they're so quiet and they're so like friendly with users, user friendly. That's the word. What else can we look at while we're waiting for the sun? The sun's up. We're just kind of wasting time now. Today is the World Pasta Day. There's over 600 pasta shapes worldwide today, and we'll try to eat them all. Someone put a big old pot of marinara. We've got to work out for us, is what the Hallmark Ultimate Holiday app says. So if you're feeling up to it tonight, you should eat some pasta. Apparently, I'm not doing that, so you probably shouldn't either. What was I doing again? Oh, I was writing this down. Totally forgot my task. Okay, so I need to link mess yourself in desk return link Dan Bull in desk done. Right. Anyway, as I was saying, he if I didn't finish what I was saying, he made a video about him unboxing loot that he got from Bethesda, like t-shirts and like cool stuff that they just sent him. Like that'd be the coolest feeling, I think, to just get loot, like cool stuff sent to you from a gaming company for making a video like that. It must be really cool for him, but yeah, he got some really cool stuff, so you should check that out. It's on his channel. And here we are in the day once again. Now we can't play around today, and we have to also stop recording right now. So thank you for watching, good viewer. If you would please look around your room, find that like and slap it on this video. We should have made our house here. This is like a giant awesome plane of awesomeness. Pick the video up and throw it into where is it? I found it. I found it. Into your stack of favorites. Helps a lot. It only takes a couple seconds. Share it wherever you share it. Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, whatever. Again, helps a lot and takes a couple seconds. I appreciate you watching this video, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!